Hey Scrappy friends, welcome back. So today I have 2 hops I'm taking part in. It's 25th, so we've got Christmas in July, and also throughout July we have Off the Board with Pineapple Papers, where we're scrapping something inspired by Pinterest, or inspired from something we've pinned on Pinterest. So there's going to be a few links below for you. There's going to be the link to the playlist for Off the Board with Pineapple Papers, and there's also going to be a list of links for everybody taking part in Christmas in July. So check all of those out. Thank you very much. And before we get going, if you're not already a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button so you know when I post something out. If you enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up, hit the like button, and if you don't mind mentioning in the comments what you've enjoyed about the video, or pop a scrappy emoji just for the sake of engagement with the video. That all out of the way, let's get scrapping. Okay, so for Off the Board, my inspiration was these semicircle rosettes, sort of like handmade embellishment clusters. Now, she's Paper Button Loves on Instagram. I can't remember where the dashes and the spaces and the all-in-ones are, but yeah, Paper Button Loves. And then also, I was kind of looking for a sketch or layout inspiration, and I had this one in my scrapbooking pins. So I thought, instead of them being embellishment clusters around the page, I would do the paper rosettes, like semicircle rosettes, like that, up and down the page. So, insert clip here. I've been making these. Okay, so I'm going to say right off to the start, I wouldn't do it this way next time. This is 6x6 piece of pattern paper. I'm going to make 6 rosettes out of this. I am scoring it at 1/4 of an inch, 3/4 of an inch all the way along on one side, and then turned it over and scored it at 1/2 inch all the way along, so that you've got a 1/4 inch score lines all the way along to then concertina fold it, starting with a mounting fold. I've then cut it into 1-inch strips. What I would suggest, and this is actually what I did for the rest of them, is cut your paper, your 6-inch piece of paper at 1-inch strips. So you've got 6-inch by 1-inch strips, and you've got 6 of those, and then you're just scoring at every 1/4 of an inch all the way along them. As I said, you start with the mounting fold so that you've got that flap and at the end to stick to a circular piece of semicircle piece of pattern paper, and you're gonna stick your first flap down and then pull the accordion paper, concertina paper around, and stick the other flap down onto the semicircle of paper, and then you've got your half rosette. I've used wet glue. You can use hot glue. You could use some really strong double-sided sticky tape like that red liner tape stuff. But yeah, so that's what I've done there. I'm going to show you again, and this time it's just a fail one, because I don't keep hold of the concertina properly, and it does like pop open, as you can see there. So you want to, keep hold of it and keep it pressed onto your semicircle until the glue goes tacky. Back to real time. And I have got 9, and the photo, so from 3 different pattern papers from the 6x8 paper pad, and the photo I'm scrapping is this one from last Christmas. So it's the thing, Mr. Dings, of buying a frying pan and housewares and putting my Christmas present in them. So people think there's a frying pan and a dustpan and brush under the tree for me, but it's not. So this was a voucher to redeem with my sister, because he had paid for a ticket for Charles Eston, so I've scrapped those photos. So yeah, he'd paid for the ticket, for my ticket for Charles Eston, and then this was voucher to pay the balance for one of my Paper Fox weekends that I was going on. So he's put 1 voucher for paper sniffing, which is what he calls scrapbooking. So that's what I'm scrapping. These are my 9 semicircle rosettes, and that's my practice one I made earlier that I'm not using. and I use a 6x8 paper pad. I am using Peppermint Kisses from Vicky Beauty, and I've sort of settled on this background piece, and the photo I'm going to do, whereas this is going vertical, I'm going to be turning it, so my semicircles are going to come along here like this. I might have too many, we'll see. So I'm going to pop you on fast forward while I get this all sorted out. Okay, back to me on the voiceover. So I take the 9 semicircles. I'm trying to arrange them so there's a multi-pattern next to a single colour pattern. So you've got an A side next to a B side. So that you've not got 2 A sides next to 2 B sides, basically, is how I am trying to arrange these. And I do get muddled up, as you can see there. I start off like the inspiration piece with all semicircles pointing the same way, and you'll see when I come to glue them down, I do actually change my mind about that. I'm going to pull out from the 12x12 piece, from 6x8, this piece of paper which is just blue on the B side. The A side's got like tags, square tags, which I've got 2 sheets of this, so if I did want to use the tags as journaling spots down the line, I have got another sheet of it, so I wasn't too worried about that. I do like the Vicky Bouton paper pads because you get a lot of sheets where the B sides are just a single colour and sometimes it's wood grain. Kind of like get a textured single colour, so that's what I really love. Using this star paper now to add a border to the top and the bottom of the page. I was originally going to cut off strips and then add them, and then I thought, you know what, it's just going to be easier to trim down the front pattern piece, so my red and white crisscross piece, trim that down. So I think I took a inch off this, stick that onto the backing piece with just putting 2 lines of glue along near the edge, and then so I've got my border top and bottom, and then what I do is I put my scissors between the layers just next to where the glue is to cut off a big piece to gut the backing to have a piece then to use in the future. There are probably easier ways of doing that. That's just a really quick way that I did it. I'm also, I've already put 3D foam on the back of this, so popping that up on some foam and then having the pieces going underneath. I've just lined those up to where I want them, and I'm gluing them down. So I'm putting one row in, using my rule to keep them on the same row. Pop them all under the photo first, and then I come to do the rows. So I do the bottom row and then the top row and then the ones in the middle first of all. And then after I've done that, for this left side of the page, you'll see me there, I do it slightly differently on the right side of the page. So on the right side of the page, I do the row that's closest to the photo first, I then do the row to the edge of the page second, and then the ones in the middle are then centered between the two. So you see here, this is when I'm gluing them down, I turn the circles, semicircles, and they are all now facing in towards the photo. It was just slightly easier way of doing it because I could tuck the little flaps at the bottom of the semicircles under the photo, and they fitted much better. So there we go. That's just doing the last couple now, and just getting them stuck in. So I left the middle one for last so I could make sure like the spacing was kind of even. So I knew before I started this page that the layout was going to be, title was Ho Ho Ho, because you've got, ho 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 Christmas, Father Christmas Day, it's how he laughs, and also this is a Mr. Ding being funny with his present, so I thought that's quite fitting. I don't go too mad with the embellishments on this. I add a couple of phrase stickers which I've put a lot of wet glue on the back of so that they will get some purchase on some bits of the semicircle rosettes that stuck to.
With this first one, because it's hanging over the photo, I take a foam, one of my little foam dots, foam pads. I double it up, so I cut one in half and I double it up, and I had such a faff with this because it's going onto wet glue, so it just kept on coming off on my finger. So I ended up sticking it on the photo and then positioning the phrase on top of it. So again, going really generous with the wet glue so that some part of the phrase gets some purchase onto the rosette it's sticking onto. And I'm just finding a third phrase now just for my three embellishments of similar that I like. There's then lots and lots and lots of faffing for about 10 minutes of me auditioning um, different embellishments and then not putting them on the page. So I've cut all that out because none of it ended up on the page. I've just drawn some lines to the left of the title and doing my journaling, and I won't make you watch me write it all. But here we go. Some close-ups and some photo stills at the end. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to check out the links in the description for the 2 hops that I'm joining in with today. Have a great day. Take care. Bye bye.